CEO Ronald Wickler from Creating Difference. Got my man Dustin Xander looking slim too. Lost 50 pounds this last 12 months. Gonna do some ball testing for us today. We're looking at the Absolute Power from Storm. This ball features the Sentinel Core. Sentinel Core has a RG of 2.48, differential of 0.050 with a mass bias of 0.021. We're bowling on our standard house shot, and it's finished with the 4000 grit Abralon finish with the R2S deep solid cover stock. So this is a strong piece. This is definitely a strong piece of the Storm. We're gonna find out a little bit more about it here. You guys are gonna be able to watch. We got the blueberry orange cake fragrance. This ball comes out January 19th. Dustin will get lined up and we will see exactly what this ball can do. I'm also going to put the lane pattern out there so you can see it. Oh, there we go. There we go. So this appears like this is more of a continuous pose. Continuous in shape. Definitely more performance than that original Absolute. It definitely appears to be fairly aggressive. Right there. I mean, yikes. Yikes. Definitely makes an aggressive move there. I mean, that's near angular. I mean, I thought this ball was continuous, but the way that peels off the spot, this might be an angular piece. All right, so let's see. Dang. Yeah, this is in that angular category for sure. Interesting, interesting. So this is not a shiny ball. 4000 grit though is a pretty high finish, right? So, but definitely this ball makes an aggressive move down the lane. Not continuous. This is angular, brother. Seems like over the last 6 months or so, Storm has kind of gotten their quintessential back-end ball reaction back, which they were famous for being able to create more angular shapes, and it looks like this one is no exception.
You want me to move in?
Yeah, let's move around a little bit. Move in a little bit, see how that rolls. We moved in a lot. And it still came back. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This ball is kind of impressive. I like this. I'm really beginning to see the shape right there. Ball definitely makes pretty steep angle. Definitely came around the corner. Just not scared. Like, it's just not scared to come back. That's great. A little bit about Dustin's specs right there. Way deep, way deep. I mean, still, man, like, I mean, look at that. The ball's set on 36 board. And you can see that's super, super deep. So he's going to move back to the right. There appears to be some versatility here, and that's kind of true with balls that are angular. You can get some versatility for sure out of them. Spurs it up a little bit, actually a lot, and you can see, I mean, the ball's still strong. So, man, that's good. That's definitely kind of what you're looking for. We're going to do a little bit of surface alteration on this ball and kind of see how it performs. I think the next move for us, is, since it's an angular piece, is just go ahead and bring it up and make it polished. So we're going to polish the ball, and we'll be right back. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a little bit of Storm Reactor Gloss, and we're going to use a regular tile. And we're gonna see what this ball scans at first. So we are right at stable, which is 4,700 grit. That's where all balls end up at anyway, eventually with enough shots. So we're gonna go ahead and put some reactive gloss on this ball and just kind of see how it performs. And this is Storm's preferred polish. This is a replacement for their former polishes that they had. They are moving on, and Reactive Gloss is the new one that they are selling now. So that's what we are going to put on this ball. We're going to see how it impacts the absolute power. We'll do 4 sides. All right. Come back and we'll use a nice clean, make sure this is clean and dry. It's definitely dry, and it now is officially clean. All right. So now we will take a quick peek at the scan of this ball. And we are getting, oh, hang on. We gotta try to get 3 consistent readings. Here we go. Right at 6,000. So 6,000 is the new number for the absolute power using the Storm Reactive Gloss polish. So now we're gonna go throw the ball again and see how it performs. All right, 6,000 grit, you see it. Storm Reactive Gloss. Let's go see how it performs. Now this obviously isn't gonna perform like it did before. It's supposed to be different. Similar shot, and now we don't get that performance in the back end, which is exactly what we would expect. So we're going to begin to move right, and we're going to see how the reaction changes once we begin to move right. Now, like I said, surface obviously is super important to ball motion. Obviously, making this change is going to have an impact, and we're going to find out exactly where we need to move now to get that absolute power to do what it's supposed to do. All right, so that was closer. Closer. We'll keep moving right, get more of the friction. This may be better for the higher rev rate player, the guy who wants to play a little straighter, obviously. They're straighter. All right, close. Pretty good. Actually, it'll be more parallel, so it still didn't quite get there. But that's okay. We will get what we're looking for. Find out where we got to be to get this ball to go to the pins right now. That's straighter. Woo! Throwing some wood and leaving the stone right. So that's a good 10 boards right. 10 plus boards right for sure. And that was a nasty, nasty 9-pin. So even when so basically the key is you just got to get lined up, right? When you get lined up, the power of the ball is still there for sure. The way it goes to the pins is still solid. Oh, I mean, just log after log. I like it. I like it. And it's consistent. It's consistently doing the right kind of thing in the right kind of shape, so that is good. So now we're gonna go hit this ball with some more surface and see what that does. Stay tuned. All right, so now we're gonna go to 2000 grit True Cut sanding pads. We're gonna go ahead and sand this ball, and then we will take it back on the lanes and show you how it performs. All right, we sanded it. 2000 grit True Cut. Dustin's over there checking the surface. What you got?
2,000
grit. All right. That's one of the benefits of True Cut. You get what the number on the pad says on the ball. So now we're going to see. Now look at this. Hold on one second. Let's take a look. Let's go see where we're at. 17 board is where we're at. Fairly straight when we had the ball shine with the React the Gloss polish. Now we are at 2K. The ball is going to be very different. He's going to make a move right off the rip. That's a big change. Massive change. Big difference. Big difference, as you would expect. Let's see the flare on that ball if we can, Dustin. Let's just take a peek. A lot of flare. Also what you would expect. There appears to be a little bit of versatility in this piece, and that's a good thing. Almost got it. Yeah, I mean, a much stronger piece. 27, 28 board, that big difference. And the ball still makes the move. Like, it's still, even though it's much more aggressive, it still makes a later type move. So they might have something going on with this new cover stock, with this R2S deep cover stock. That's 10 back. 9.5. I liked it though. I liked it. Good shape through the pins for sure. We'll do one last thing. We're gonna leave the 2000 grit base there. We're gonna hit it now with True Cut hand applied polish plus powered by Turtlewax. Not expecting it to be like the React the Gloss because we're gonna have a different base, but nonetheless, it gives you one more data point. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we will show you the performance of a 2000 grit base with the True Cut hand applied polish plus powered by Turtlewax over top. So we're gonna show you that 2000 grit base, which is different than what we use with the React the Gloss. So this is not supposed to be a comparison between React the Gloss and our polish, but nonetheless, it gives you another data point. So 2000 grit base, and we're gonna put True Cut hand applied polish plus powered by Turtlewax. We are not gonna get the 6500 either because of the base that we're using, but that's okay. We're also gonna use just the same towel that we used before instead of using the polishing pad, but the point here is to give you another data point to show you the performance you can get with the new Absolute Power from Storm. All right, so Dustin now is going to check the surface. We've actually polished the ball up. We're going to check the surface, and now we are at
5,500.
5,500. All right, so that's the finish that we got now that we use the True Cut polish, and we will investigate the performance now. All right, so we'll have to make a move off of that like you would expect. You know, the beautiful thing of having the surface scanner is you can know what the surface is actually on the ball. You know, that polish that we used is it says on the bottle it can get you to 6,500, which it can, but that requires you to have the appropriate base, which needs to be at least 4,000 grit to be able to get there. But we use the 2,000 grit base, so that's why it's not 6,500, it's 5,500, which is fine. Because it obviously doesn't seem to impact the power of that bowling ball, at least from a going through the pin standpoint. That's really good. Ring time. Shape of the ball is still angular, so across the surface changes, the ball still has a lot of angular shape to it. I think this piece looks to be a good one, man. Like, if this is what Storm is launching for their first piece of 2024, I like it. I like it. That's wide right. See, that was wide right and it still came back. That's what you're looking for. Angular balls can create that shape for you. Even though he missed right, it still made up the motion in the back end of the lane and was able to kick out that 10 pin. That's a benefit of an angular ball. Now, don't get it twisted. You can't use angular balls all the time. When the lanes begin to get cliffed, that turns into trouble. But on a fresh pattern or when you have a good hook spot down lane, you can really create some room for error there, as he's obviously showing you. Yeah, looks good. Absolute power from Storm. Go to our website, ctdbowling.com, click the three little lines, click bowling balls, and you can actually pick up one of these bowling balls from us. If you're not on our staff, consider joining our staff, because if you join the staff, you're going to be able to get additional information, learn more about the new products, and be able to interact with our coaching team as well as professional bowlers. On behalf of Dustin Zahner, I am CEO Ronald Hickman for Create the Difference. Talk to you soon.